y'all. We're gonna have a good supper tonight. I just bought enough beans for me. I bought one handful. I've got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there and about 2 tablespoons of water. And we're going to have some pineapple fish with it tonight and some rice too. Okay, our beans are doing really good. I've got my water on for our rice. Our fish are going to go over the rice. See my beans cooking? They're kind of steaming. I've got them on low. Here are our fish. These are catfish from Macon, Mississippi. And I've cooked them before. This is the same thing that I ordered last time. I mean, what I'm saying is it's the same. I hadn't ordered any more. It was so many in my sack that I'm still eating. Because it's just me. So, you know, if you was having fish fry, you'd need all of it. Uh-oh, our water's boiling. Our water is boiling for our rice. And I am going to make 1/2 cup of rice in here. Pour it in my boiling water. Give it a quick stir. Let it come back to a boil. And it is. And turn it down low. Like that. I had told y'all about me going to that catfish place and visiting it. I found a picture of it and I want to show you how it looks. This is how it looks. They've got 2,000 acres in Macon, Mississippi of land. And on those 2,000 acres, they've got tons of these fish ponds. Now, this is a levee that goes between them. This is where the truck... Whoop, the rice is boiling over. This is where the truck drives through. And it slings out that feed to all the catfish. And they are really super good. I mean, they are so good. I want to show you that because I know you've been wondering about it. All right, so when the rice gets done, we're going to fry the fish because it doesn't have to cook long. As long as that rice does, so we'll wait on it. My jaw was doing so good. And this afternoon I was talking and all of a sudden it caught again. Right there. And so I can't open my mouth real good. I haven't. Y'all like my new earrings? This is a gift from a sweet follower. It's still cold in Andalusia, and tomorrow I call the kids because I said, "What y'all want to eat tomorrow? I'm gonna cook you a 1-pot meal, and here are your choices. Let's see what y'all would have picked for this cold weather. The choices are chili, beef stew, or chicken and vegetable soup. Now, what do you think they picked? I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm going to let you guess. What would you pick if it were you? The chili, the beef stew, or the chicken and vegetable soup? All of it, each one of them there is homemade. Nothing's it's not bought stuff. It's the real deal. It is the real deal. So let's, for the fish, here's what we've got to do. We're going to have a pineapple fish. These are catfish. I don't even know if I told you that, for those of you who are new followers. They're catfish fillets. You can get them with the bones in it. You can get just the tails. There's all kind of ways you can get it, or you can get the fillets. I bought the fillets. But I will say this. Not long ago, I looked up their website under Superior Catfish, and they had a sale going on fish tails. And somebody wrote in and said, "What do you do with a fish tail?" Well, y'all, if you've never eaten a fish tail, they are delicious. They're real crispy when you cook them, and there's meat on the end of it, but that tail is so good. It was just where the ribs end, and you just got the tail, and they're delicious. But anyway, the recipe I am using, you want 1 pat of butter for every fillet that you cook. So I've got 3 fillets, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 pats of butter. in my skillet. And when that melts, well, when our rice is done and that melts, we're going to fry it up and do it like we're supposed to, or saute it really is what I'm doing, but kind of just cooking it in butter real good. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with the pineapple. And I want to tell y'all too, the reason that room right there is so messy, I want you to look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Have you ever? Look at my dining room table. Y'all know how neat I always keep it. Look at that dining room table. Do you see all that stuff on it? Look at that. Look at that. And do you see all that stuff right over there on that church bench? See all this stuff in here? Well, they're coming on Monday to fix my floors, or start fixing my floors from the flood. And I had to get every single thing out of those rooms back there and the bathrooms and put them somewhere that they weren't going to be working. So I put all my books, my art supplies, lamps. The only thing they move is the furniture. And they will move the furniture from side to side, I guess, to, till I get my floor in. So Gloria came over, and I asked her if she could come an hour early, and she said yes, she could. So she came over, and the two of us moved all that junk. And I told her, I said, this is a good time to deep clean and get every bit of dust out of here. And she agreed. So after we get the floor in, we're going to wash all our furniture down real good and get it all nice and clean. That's what we're going to do. This will be a good opportunity. You know, if you've lived in the same house for, well, I've lived here since 75. That's over 50 years, isn't it, or not? Yeah. Yes, it is. 1975. And we hadn't moved. You accumulate things. So this is a good time for me to clean out. You know, I feel sorry for the children, my children, after I pass on, because they're going to have a lot of work to do. And yours house may be in the same way. Some people are minimalist, meaning they only keep the very necessity things they need, and others like me are collectors. And I keep just about everything. What are y'all? Y'all just do the bare minimum of stuff? When you get magazines, do you look at them and then throw them away, or do you keep them? I always keep them. I think, I'm going to need these one day. I'm going to look this up again, this Christmas magazine. I'm not throwing it away. Oh, Lord. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute when our rice gets done. Okay, y'all, our rice is ready. Our beans are ready, and they are so good. I've already tasted them. And I'm going to turn this on high. And I've got 3 pats of butter, 3 tablespoons of butter in it, because you're going to use 1 for every fish. I put a little salt on here, but that's all I'm going to put. Just a little bit, because that's salted butter right there that I'm using. So I'm going to let that get hot now. Okay, our pan is hot, so I'm going to turn it down to medium. And we're going to put our fish on. And I'm going to put, let me show you. You got a back side of your fish and a front side. That's the top. And then your back side is looks like that. And we're going to put the good side, or the fat side, I guess you'd say, down first. These are nice fillets. And we're just going to let them cook on this side. Maybe close to 4 to 10 minutes. Let me see. Okay, we're just going to let them cook on this side until they're nice and brown. And we're not rushing it. We're not going to rush it. We want them to be good and done It probably take at least maybe 7 to 10 minutes to brown up because we're cooking them so slow. I keep my slithered almonds in this thing right here because I'm always using them. And you can toast these, but what we're going to do is, I'll show you what we're going to do with it. We're not going to toast them because they're going to cook into something else. If you don't have any almonds, you don't have to put them. But our rice is nice and fluffy and good. I'm going to put the top on it till my fish get done. All right. So that our stuff will be good, I'm going to set my plate on top of this pot right here. And y'all know I'm sitting it there, don't you? Because this thing is cold as a wedge. Now I don't want to put some good hot fish and good hot rice on the cold plate on a cold night. Okay, our fish has been cooking 4 minutes. And I'm going to gently turn it over to the other side. And I want you to see, this is how brown you want it. Okay, it's just to cook it in butter. And you want 1 tablespoon of butter for every fillet that you cook. That looks so good. I love me some catfish. All right, let's let it cook about 4 more minutes on that side, and we'll be ready to do our next step. Okay, our fish are ready. So they're brown on this side too. Nice and brown. So I'm just going to take my warm plate and put my fish on it. Like this. Then I am going to put some, I'll sit it back on here to keep it warm. I'm going to put pineapple chunks. This is a small can of pineapple chunks in there. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of sugar in there, brown sugar. And I'm going to put just a pinch or 2 of my almonds in there. In that good butter salt, stir it around, let it get good and hot. And in the meantime, put your rice on your plate. Put your beans on your plate. See how tender they are? Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Look at that. I'm going to have me a good supper tonight. And it wasn't hard. I just bought 1 handful of beans. Cook them with a top on them and just a little bit of olive oil or butter, whichever you want to do, but olive oil does better for this. Look at that. Look at that fish and those beans and rice. Now, and we're fixing to put our good stuff on the top of it. And we're going to have us a fine supper. See, everything's just kind of caramelizing with that sugar in it. See how it's caramelizing? See, your almonds are toasted in there too. Your pineapple's already done. All you want to do is just kind of stir it around a little. Okay, let's put this. This is going to go over our rice and our fish and whatever else. What you say? Goodness gracious. Look at that. Look what a feast. That fish, I'm telling you, y'all need to get you some catfish. And you can't beat Superior Catfish. It is really good fish. So, let's take a bite. I want you to just see. Look at that tender meat. See that? I'm having trouble opening my mouth because of my jaw. Boy, that tastes good with all that good pineapple on it. My word, have mercy. It is good. Beans are so tender. I've already tried one. I'm having to be careful. I'm going to put a link in here. And I want you to click it and go check them out. In Macon, Mississippi, and they're Superior Catfish. And I know why they call them Superior, because they are superior. And they are delicious. Look at that. Well, let me go and eat this while it's good and hot. And wish me luck on Monday when they're in there putting that floor down. This is a good time to deep clean, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it clean. Love y'all. Take care, and it's gonna be good, y'all.